Are you done with burnout culture? You're like, I'm done, I'm exhausted, I don't want to work myself to the bone anymore, but I'm not quite sure where to start. I'm gonna make it really easy for you. This is how you can start to move past burnout culture. Hi, I'm Ellie. I am an empowerment and lifestyle coach. Helping people move through burnout is so much of what I do because I help people live vibrantly, aka live their life on their terms and revel in who they are. It's a beautiful process. And one I'm going to walk you through today, how I get people from burnout to past it through the 7 core skills I guide people through my Live Vibrantly method. You found this video so you know enough about burnout culture to know that you're opting out of it, but it can feel very overwhelming. I get it, I've been there before, trust me. 7 things to work on. Number 1, awareness. You're gonna just build up your awareness of what burnout culture is to you, why you've been doing these certain things, why you've been making certain decisions. And it's really powerful to understand not only the decision, but the reason behind the decision. Like, what was going on? What was your thought process that led you to get from, these lofty goals to burnout culture? Not in a judging way, but just in a way that you get to build awareness. You also get to build awareness of what you want. It's not enough just to know that you don't want to be part of burnout culture. You've got to be working towards something else. So you want to build that awareness of what you're working towards. And if this all feels like a lot, it doesn't need to be overwhelming. These can be little snippets of building up awareness throughout the day, just checking in. How's my body feeling? Is my body trying to communicate something? Am I listening? What am I feeling? What am I thinking? Why am I thinking that way? And just start to build up this habit of curiosity to build greater awareness. And it's really going to be the bedrock of all the work that you do. But you need information to start making really empowered choices. So, number 1, start to build awareness. And if you want any help on that, comment below and I will make sure to get back to you with some prompts and some tips. The first comment is going to be a really great resource for you too. Okay, number 2 is acceptance. Acceptance is a great one. Acceptance sometimes gets a bad riff, but really what we're talking about with acceptance in my mind is how you want to best use your energy. And I think of this as like trying to push up a massive boulder up a hill. Like, can you do it? Can you figure it out? Can you hire a team of people to do it? Can you create a whole new system? Sure, of course you can. You're smart. I believe in you. Is that how you want to use your energy? What's the actual goal that you're moving towards? And is that pushing that up that hill actually going to help you? Or is there something else that you can do? Is there another way that you want to spend your energy? And that's kind of what acceptance is. It's like accepting the stuff that you're just not going to put your energy behind changing. A good example of this is you're not going to change everybody's opinions. Like, a lot of people are still really attached to burnout culture, that hustle, that grind, of their value being so dependent based on what other people are thinking of them. We can just accept that we're not going to change their mind, and let's not waste our energy doing that. Instead, let's focus in on what we want. Get playful with acceptance. What is it that you don't want to just waste your energy anymore? And can you just let that be? That's the work there. Letting it be. Number 3 is agency. Agency is complicated, of course, by structural inequality, by our lived experiences. It's not as easy as like, just go take charge for yourself, because that statement is just inherently untrue, or it's a lot more complicated. Agency is deeply respectful still of the fact that we live in a society, a white supremacist society. That's a big statement, I know, but like, trust me, if you want more resources on that, comment below and I will send you to some really amazing educators. We live in a patriarchal society. We live in a society that isn't well set up for the vast majority of us, and that gets complicated the more minority identities that you own. That is an aside, but it's an important element to the agency conversation. So agency isn't you can do it. Agency is where can you take power? And there may be limited choices within that, but it is an invitation to not be defeated. And it's a beautiful bedfellow to acceptance. Acceptance is, I'm not gonna waste my energy on this. And agency is like, I'm gonna put some energy here. I'm gonna find a way here. And so get curious about where you do have power. And this is gonna really be helped by really positive self-speak. It's going to be really helped by finding social data for all the times where you have been able to take your power back, where you have had influence. This may be less overt than some people have access to. It may just be in your brain, but you always have the power to change your thoughts, and that's agency at its biggest thing. And by opting out of hustle culture and into vibrant living, you are changing your brain, so you are showing agency there. Play around with your agency and take your power back on a daily basis. Number 4, and you'll notice that it's pretty late on in this whole method, action. Let's not just do for the sake of doing. And this is one of the most powerful kind of quick wins that you can get. But you'll see that there's been a lot that goes on before we even get to action. And that's counter to hustle culture, where you just do without thinking, and you just do and you push through and you You want to be really intentional about your action. Again, energy is kind of finite. Like, we want to use it the way that we want to use it, not waste it on sending 5 million emails so you look good to Stacy next door. Like, who gives a shit about Stacy next door? I don't. My next door neighbor is not called Stacy. Action. Think about why you're doing the action. This is where the awareness is going to come in again, of course, but don't just do for the sake of doing. And if that is like one thing to take away, think about why you're doing. Think about is there something else that would be more powerful here. Comment below on which of the 4 A's has been your favorite so far. Number 5 is adjustment. And this is because the world is real and our beautiful, perfect plans don't always work that way. And I see a lot of people fall into the trap of really putting tight controls over stuff when they're getting out of burnout culture. And like, boundaries are a beautiful thing, but we can get too fixed with them. And a lot of these things, a lot of these really powerful tools, like the power of no, the power of yes, the power of intuition, the power of boundaries, all of this stuff has to be context specific. We can't just make one blanket rule and stick with it, because the world is fluid, the world is dynamic, and there's a lot of stuff out of our control. Get playful with adjustment as well. Recognize that you may have to have a few different plans here. Just because something isn't working out entirely doesn't mean this whole system, this whole like opting out of burnout culture needs to get scrapped. That's not what's happening. We maybe just need to adjust. And I will say with this one in particular, this is going to be really powerful to do with a coach. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just saying, like, this is where support can really play in. Number 6, affirmation. All right, big one, big celebrations. Because opting out of burnout culture is kind of counter to what society tells us we should be doing. It's hard. Like, people won't necessarily validate you. And so you're really gonna have to do it for yourself in a lot of ways and keep the motivation going. And this is where affirmation, affirming your decisions, celebrating your decisions on a daily basis is going to be a really beautiful practice for you. So you're going to affirm, you're going to celebrate the small wins as well as the big wins. Okay, so give me a comment below if you are all about the small wins or you're more about the big wins. Let me know. But celebrate them, okay? You're not doing yourselves any favor. You're actually feeding back into burnout culture if you just beat yourself up all the time. Plus, it's not that much fun. Trust me, I know. So celebrate, affirm. The last one is adornment. And adornment is one of my favorites. And adornment is like the cherry on top. And I think of adornment as like why we do all of this work in the first place. It's the life that we actually want. And so you get to actively create that. Create your life separate from burnout culture. Build your home. Like, this is my office. I've created my office to support me and nurture me in a certain way. The color, the green, the plants, the fact that my dog has multiple comfy spots, the fact that I have multiple comfy spots in here. I do it with my wardrobe. What is going to make me feel powerful? What is going to make me feel great? Like, what is going to make me feel sexy AF? Whatever it is. But start to build your life and see these other ways where you can build and support, so you're not just like continuing to like push all the time. Like, find ways to be held back too. Okay, so those are your 7 A's. Build awareness, find acceptance, create your agency and stick to it. Get curious about, sorry, I can't do my fingers. Get curious about your action. What are you doing all the time? Adjust when you need to adjust, and know that that doesn't mean that the whole system is failing. Like, you're good. You just need to adjust a little bit. Number 6, affirm. Celebrate the shit out of yourself, please. If you ever need help with this, comment below and I will affirm you because it is powerful. Number 7, adorn. Actually, like, have fun in your life. Find some joy, like create the world around you in a way that feels good, even if it's in the smallest, tiniest way. Whenever I've moved to a new continent, I have moved a suitcase, maybe 2. But the things in there have been to, what do I need in my environment to make me feel good? Even if it's small, tiny things, you can do it. I know you can. Okay, there is a wonderful resource in the first comment below me. So check it out. It's gonna really help you with this wider work. And comment, let me know what has come up for you. Let me know what questions you have for me, okay?